Okay folks, thanks very much for joining me. Today I'm going to be tying up a sea trout fly, but it'll also take grills, salmon and even brown trout, and it's called a Delphi silver. Originates from the west of Ireland. So I've just added on my thread as always, and normally at this stage I'd be adding on some kind of tinsel or wire for a tag, but for this I'm not going to. Just going to bring the thread right down to the end of the shank, which is usually about halfway between the hook points and the barb, just before the bend there, and then I'm going to start putting on my tail. So tail for this fly would, I guess you could say it's eyes. It's going to be 2 jungle cock feathers. So I'm going to take these, and these are quite small, so it's good using these small feathers for somebody who does a lot of salmon fly tying. You're making use of the whole cape, and I'm just going to put them on back to back. Okay, I'm just pinching the eyes here, and I'm going to just start to pull down some of the fluff. I don't have to remove it, just need to separate it. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on, hold it in place, do a pinch and loop, and again another pinch and loop. Just want to make sure it's centered. Okay. Make any wee adjustments if you need to. Okay, happy enough with that there. I'm going to do another few wraps. And we can cut off our excess. Okay, don't worry about any of this fluff here, that can all get tied down later on anyway. Okay, so that's the tail, or the eyes. The body's in 2 sections, a bit like an eye shrimp really. So first section is going to be, well, 2 sections are going to be silver. So we've got silver wire, which I'm going to put on underneath for the rib. Okay, so I'm securing that down underneath, and then above I'm going to be securing on silver tinsel. Okay, now if you're new to fly tying, what I would suggest is to use white thread for this. I can get away with black thread, but it's for my own use just. And as well as I'm going to super glue underneath, so there will be no slippage and showing the black thread underneath. Okay, so I'm just leveling out the body a little bit here. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my thread up to the midpoint of the shank, and as I do that I'm going to put on super glue thread wraps, and that'll give me a very secure hold. Okay, and then we'll go up with our flat tinsel first. So as you're winding around, be sure to stretch the tinsel. And this is, I think it's a Semper fly, this brand. It stretches really well, gives a real neat body. There's nothing worse than doing a tinsel body and it's slipping after all your work. And then the super glue is giving extra durability underneath as well. Okay, so that's that secured in. A couple of turns, and then follow up with your rib. So probably 3 turns or so. Okay, and this is actually quite a big trout hook. It's a size 8. So as I said, it's suitable for salmon and sea trout. It's meant to be a good lock fly, but I'm sure it would take sea trout at night as well. Got all the right colours in it. Okay, so I've just twisted off my wire there, and then I'm going to cut off my tinsel. So we've got a mid hackle here. So what I've got is some black cock hackle. I'm just going to expose the tip and pull that off and put a few fibres. Okay. Always wax my thread whenever I'm doing hackles. And then just tie in at the break there. Bring the fibres back and tie in on top of those as well. Folks, as well as that, I'm also trying my new new microphone here as well, so give me a wee bit of feedback, pardon the pun, let me know if there's if you're hearing me loud and clear. I know a few people have been saying they've been struggling too. So I've doubled back my fibres there, just using the back end of the scissors, and then I'm going to do a couple of turns from a mid hackle. That's 1, 2, I'll probably do 3 turns here. Yeah, 3 will be plenty. Okay, then just clear that in, put a bit of a bend in it, and then cut off my excess. Okay, so then we're going to do our front body. So again, it's the same thing. We've got wire underneath. I'll just start building that thickness of that body up so it's level with the same thickness of the rear body. And then your flat tinsel above. Okay, and like before, I'm going to put a wee bit of super glue on this thread as I go up. And then we'll follow it up with our tinsel. So this is 50-50 roughly in terms of body. Eye shrimps are normally a wee bit more. They're, I think it's 3/5 and 2/5. Okay, so I'm probably going to cut this off a wee bit earlier. That'll do me there. Follow up with a few turns of the tinsel, or the wire. And then you'll see me do this before, but instead of cutting off the wire, apply a bit of pressure and just twist it off. And cut off your tinsel. That's fine. Okay, so then finally, going to just add on another cock hackle. Now this is quite a slightly larger feather than the last one. Okay. And I've just broken off the tip and tied in at the break. And pull the fibres back. Just lean up here, there's a few broken fibres. Okay. Then let's just start blending those inwards. And then double them back. Okay. Once you're finished, just a couple of turns in and secure it. And that's your hackle secured in. And then I'm just going to start building up a bit of a head here. And then get whip finish tool and do 4 or 5 whip finishes. And that is your Delphi silver, sea trout, trout, salmon fly, folks. So hopefully you found that useful. It's a fly that isn't too popular these days, but it's a nice looking fly. I can't see why it wouldn't work well. As always, folks, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button below. And if you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button. And until next time, thanks very much. All the best.